So question is, the Bhakti literature received a remarkable reorientation with the advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this question was related on to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bhakti literature has contributed, or Bhakti movement has contributed significantly towards provincial or regional literature in India, starting from the westernmost part of India, the Maharashtra Dham, and all the leaders of Maharashtra Dham, that is Gyaneshwar, Namdev, Eknath, Tukaram, promoting Marathi language, Mirabai promoting Marwari dialect of Hindi language, Narsim Mehta promoting Gujarati language, Surdas promoting Avdi dialect of Hindi language, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu promoting Bengali language, and Shankar Dev in Assam promoting Assamese language. So they contributed significantly towards regional language and literature. So this question is related to Bhakti literature received a remarkable reorientation with the advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhakti saint of Sultanate period in Bengal region. Now, first of all, the Bhakti literature. What do you mean by the term Bhakti literature? Clear? When we use the term Bhakti movement, Bhakti literature, what do you mean by Bhakti literature? Literature related to Bhakti ideology, literature related to devotion towards complete God or complete devotion towards God. This was Bhakti literature. So not literature in terms of promoting any kind of formal worship. Bhakti literature means literature largely marked by short couplets in order to show devotion towards personally conceived God. Sri Chaitanya was a devotee of Lord Krishna, clear? And he showed devotion towards Lord Krishna through composition of short couplets, clear? These couplets were written. Now, why it is said that this Bhakti literature received a remarkable reorientation with the advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? The reason is, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emerged in Bengal as a great Bhakti leader, and he began to show his devotion towards Lord Krishna in form of Bengali language, he began to compose short couplets. And why these couplets reoriented the Bhakti literature? Because these couplets mentioned about a very important concept known as Kirtan. Clear? In fact, he is given credit of starting the concept of Kirtan or community worship. Later on, this Kirtan developed as a pure community worship, and this community worship came to be known as Sankirtan. Clear? So Kirtan and Sankirtan are direct legacy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he wrote literature in Bengali language, he highlighted the concept of continuous singing in praise of Lord Krishna to be known as Kirtan. Concept of Kirtan was started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In these couplets, he has also emphasized on continuous dancing as well. So through continuous singing, through continuous dancing, concept of worshipping Lord Krishna began to emerge in the province of Bengal. Clear? So Bhakti literature received a remarkable reorientation. Now it was only in form of poems, but now poems took the form of couplets known as Kirtan and Sankirtan, and community worship began to emerge in province of Bengal. Clear? Not only this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu set a rich legacy. And after the death of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the legacy was carried forward, and two prominent Bhakti saints came to Bengal known as Rupa and Sanatan. And both Rupa and Sanatan further promoted the concept of Kirtan and Sankirtan to worship Lord Krishna. And the whole Bhakti literature was filled with large number of short couplets. These short couplets resulted into huge development of Bhakti literature and became the basis of a global movement later on, the global movement being known as the Hare Krishna movement. Clear? Hare Krishna movement, this is a worldwide movement, is traced to the Kirtan and Sankirtan concept started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is reflected in Bhakti literature of Bengal. So it got completely reoriented with advent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now tell me what would be the possible introduction to this question. You can write that Bhakti literature was largely promoted by saints who believed in complete devotion towards the personally conceived God. And therefore, it led to localization. You can start with localization also, clear? Bhakti literature developed as a localization trend whereby regional languages began to be promoted through Bhakti ideology. This can be there. You can write even on Bhakti literature promoted by Bhakti saints, clear? So you can even introduce in this way Bhakti literature marked by diversity, gave different orientation and localization to different parts of India. Then you can write the body Kirtan, Sankirtan, reorientation done by Lord Krishna, even Hare Krishna movement. How would you conclude with a global perspective? Something I'd like that I want, something at global level, clear? The reorientation of Bhakti literature resulted into its worldwide acceptability, even in form of the Hare Krishna movement. It can be written clear. So the you are addressing the question also, clear? The reorientation of Bhakti literature by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu led to its wide acceptability, even at global level, which promoted movement like Hare Krishna movement.